Right now, while you are going about your day, your money is moving. Not because you told it to, not because you made a decision, but because the financial system never stops running. And tonight, while you sleep, something is happening to your money. The question is whether it is working for you or against you. And the answer to that question will determine your entire financial future.
Here is the truth that most people never think about. Every single night, your money goes one of two ways. It either moves towards someone else's profit, through interest, fees, and inflation quietly eroding your purchasing power, or it moves toward your future, through compound growth, dividends, and returns, building your wealth automatically. Both happen while you sleep. The difference is entirely determined by the decisions you make while you are awake.
Money never rests. That is the first thing you need to understand. While you sleep, inflation is reducing the purchasing power of every dollar sitting idle. While you sleep, interest is accumulating on every dollar of debt you carry. While you sleep, fees are being processed, markets are moving, and financial systems are running. It never stops. Inflation, fees, interest, all working while you rest. Today, we are going to flip the script because the same forces that currently work against your money at night can be redirected to work for it instead. The overnight hours are not neutral. They are either adding to your wealth or subtracting from it. And once you understand exactly what is happening, you can make 3 simple moves that turn every night from a financial drain into a financial gain.
Let's start with what your savings account is actually doing overnight. If your money is sitting in a traditional bank savings account, it is earning approximately 0.01% interest per year. That sounds harmless until you do the math. Meanwhile, inflation is running at 2 to 3% annually, which means your savings are losing purchasing power every single night. The account balance looks the same, but what it can actually buy is shrinking every night without a single transaction.
Here is the number that should wake you up. If you have $10,000 in a traditional savings account, you earn roughly $1 in interest per year. In that same year, inflation at 3% reduces the real purchasing power of that $10,000 by approximately $300. So your account shows $10,001, but it can only buy what $9,701 could buy a year ago. You lost $300 while you slept. And most people have no idea this is happening every single night.
Now here is what your bank is doing with that same money overnight. Your bank takes your deposits and lends them out at interest rates dramatically higher than what they pay you. They invest in financial instruments. They generate returns from your money every single night, and they keep almost all of that profit. They pay you 0.01%. They earn significantly more. The difference is their profit, built entirely from money you deposited and forgot about.
And if you carry credit card debt, tonight is even more expensive for you. Credit card interest does not pause while you sleep. It accumulates daily on your outstanding balance. At an average interest rate of around 20% annually, every single night you carry a balance costs you money. Not a payment you make consciously, just interest quietly added while you dream, compounding against you, every night without exception. The average credit card interest rate in the United States is close to 20% per year. On a $5,000 balance, that is approximately $1,000 in interest annually, which means every single night you carry that debt, you are paying roughly $2.75 just in interest while you sleep, for doing nothing, just for having that balance exist, every night, every week, every month, until the debt is gone.
Now let's look at what wealthy people's money does overnight. When you own investments, stocks, index funds, dividend-paying assets, those assets generate returns whether you are working or not. Dividends are paid, market values compound, interest accrues on bonds. The money earns more money, automatically, silently, every single night, without the owner doing a single thing. That is not luck. That is a structure, and it is a structure anyone can build.
Invested money never stops working. A diversified portfolio of index funds generates average returns through market appreciation and reinvested dividends. Those returns compound automatically, which means the gains from tonight get added to the principal, and tomorrow night the compounding happens on a slightly larger base, and the night after that on a larger base still. Dividends, compound growth, working for you at 3 a.m. while you sleep completely unaware. Here is the stark reality of overnight finance. Every single night there is a winner and a loser. The person carrying high interest debt loses while they sleep. Their balance grows silently. The person with money in a low-yield savings account loses while they sleep. Inflation erodes their purchasing power quietly. The person with invested assets wins while they sleep. Their portfolio compounds automatically. Same night, same hours, completely different financial outcomes.
Add up every night across an entire year. Inflation eroding idle savings, credit card interest compounding on debt, a savings account returning almost nothing. For the average person in a typical financial position, the overnight losses across 365 nights add up to hundreds of dollars, maybe more. Money that disappears silently, without a single conscious transaction. Unless you change one thing. Unless you change which side of the overnight equation you are on.
And here is the lifetime picture. 30 years of losing money overnight through inflation, idle savings, and debt interest adds up to an enormous sum. 30 years of earning money overnight through invested assets, compound growth, and high-yield savings adds up to an even more enormous sum. The difference between those two outcomes, measured over a working lifetime, is staggering, not because of dramatic decisions, but because of what happens every single night while you are completely asleep.
Most people have absolutely no idea what their money does at night. They go to sleep, the money sits there, they wake up, the balance looks roughly the same, and the slow, quiet, invisible financial activity of the overnight hours goes completely unnoticed. That ignorance is not harmless, it is very expensive. Because the overnight hours are not waiting for you to pay attention, they are running regardless, and every night you are unaware costs you.
There are 3 moves that flip the overnight equation in your favor. 3 decisions that turn the hours you are asleep from a financial drain into a financial gain. None of them are complicated. None of them require large amounts of money. They require you to redirect where your money sits and how it works while you are not watching. Starting tonight, if you are willing to make one decision before you go to sleep.
Move 1. Move your savings to a high-yield savings account tonight. While traditional banks pay 0.01%, high-yield savings accounts at online banks currently pay 4 to 5%. On $10,000, that is the difference between earning $1 per year and earning $400 to $500 per year. Same money, same security, same FDIC insurance protection, just positioned to actually work for you overnight instead of sitting idle while your bank profits from it.
Move 2. Kill the overnight interest drain. High interest debt is the most expensive thing your money does at night. Every dollar of credit card debt you carry generates guaranteed negative returns at 20%. There is no investment that reliably beats 20%, which means paying off high interest debt is the highest guaranteed return available to you. Stop paying them to sleep. Eliminate the overnight drain first, then redirect that money to work for you instead. Move 3. Build an overnight income through investing. Start directing money into investments that generate returns automatically. Index funds, ETFs, dividend-paying assets. These investments work while you sleep. They compound while you dream. They grow while you rest. The amount you start with matters less than the habit of starting, because compound growth needs time more than it needs large initial amounts, and every night you delay is a night the compounding cannot happen. Here is the simple before and after. Before these 3 moves, your money drains overnight. Inflation takes from your savings. Interest accumulates on your debt. Your bank profits from your deposits while paying you almost nothing. After these 3 moves, your money grows overnight. High-yield savings actually beat inflation. Zero debt means zero overnight interest drain. Invested assets compound automatically. Same night, completely different financial reality. Your next decision determines which version tonight becomes. Tonight will happen regardless. You will sleep, the financial system will keep running, the overnight hours will pass. The question is not whether your money will move tonight. It will. The question is simply which direction it moves, towards someone else's profit or toward your future, shrinking or growing, working against you or working for you. That direction is determined by decisions you make right now while you are awake and paying attention.
The simple truth is this: your money never sleeps. It is always moving, always compounding, always either growing or shrinking. The system runs 24 hours a day, whether you are watching or not. High-yield savings, zero high-interest debt, invested assets. Those 3 positions ensure that when you wake up tomorrow, your money has been working for you all night. Make sure it is working for you, because it is definitely working for something.
Tonight, make one move. Move your savings. Pay down debt. Start investing. Just one. Because one move tonight changes what happens every night after it. The compounding starts. The overnight drain stops.
And tomorrow morning when you wake up, something will have shifted. Your money will have worked while you rested. That is what financial freedom actually feels like. And it starts tonight.